माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरि यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे।
हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय वृंदावन धाम जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। हरे कृष्णा। So we'll start with the Bhagavad Gita chapter 11 slok number 13. Please recite after me. तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तमनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तमनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तमनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। प्रभुजी।
तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं
प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा।
तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं
प्रविभक्तम् अनेकदा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। माताजी। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। माताजी। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा। तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद्देव देवस्य शरीरे पांडवस्तदा. We'll see the synonyms. Tatra, there. Ekastham, in one place. Jagat, the universe. Kritsam, complete. Pravibhaktam, divided. Anekadha, into many. Apashyat, could see. Deva Devasya, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sharire, in the universal form. Pandavas, Arjuna. Tada, at that time. Translation and purport by Jagaguru Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. If you can repeat after me. At the time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Purport. The word tatra, there, is very significant. It indicates that both Arjuna and Krishna were sitting on the chariot when Arjuna saw the universal form. Others on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Arjuna could see in the body of Krishna many thousands of planets. As we learn from Vedic scriptures, there are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some are made of gold, some are made of jewels, some are very great, some are not so great, etc. Sitting on his chariot, Arjuna could see all these, but no one could understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants Hindi? किसी को इंग्लिश नहीं समझ में आती है? Okay, we'll continue. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीस्वरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं. So before I start, let me first thank His Grace Vishnu Prakash Prabhu, His Grace Arjun Krishna Prabhu, His Grace Rancho Krishna Prabhu, and the entire congregation to give this beautiful opportunity to me to purify myself by uttering the words of our acharyas. I am definitely not qualified for this, but I think I do qualify to get purified at least. So I'm trying to get purified by talking about this sloka. This sloka is continuation of the previous one, where Krishna has started seeing the universal form of the Lord. The Lord is showing him the universal form, and we'll see how Srila Prabhupada has, in his very small purport of this shloka, what aspects he has covered, and we'll see some other aspects of the universal form and the Virat Roop. So the first aspect Srila Prabhupada has mentioned is Tatra, right there. He is very emphatically spoken about the word Tatra. Tatra means right there. So what he is, it's a clarification of how the universal form was seen by Arjuna. So I was always under the impression that Krishna was in the middle of the battlefield and he was showing everything, and Arjuna was on the chariot alone. But this is a very clear clarification by Srila Prabhupada, saying both of them were on the chariot, and they were seeing as if it's a matinee show, and they are seeing the entire universal form being unfolded right in front of them. So it is Tatra, means both of them are on the chariot, and they are witnessing the universal form of Lord Krishna. It's a divine vision. We spoke about this earlier. Only Arjuna could see this, and Srila Prabhupada has repeated this in the purport, saying nobody else could see this. This was only seen by Arjuna, at least on the battlefield. And outside the battlefield, it was Sanjaya who was seeing it and explaining it to his master Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya was so lucky that he was having a guru who trusted and liked him so much that the guru gave him the divine vision, and he could see the universal form of Krishna. So the entire battlefield was just in complete ignorance about what was happening in the middle of the armies throughout the Bhagavad Gita session, and throughout this universal form was being displayed. There are number of universes which Arjun could see in the universal form, and Srila Prabhupada explains here. Obviously these are all mentioned in our scriptures. There are various universes made of different materials. We can only imagine. We are so fallen that we cannot even imagine our entire earth by ourselves. We have to see a picture to to visualize our own earth. Forget our own earth. We cannot even visualize Kuwait right now. If we are sitting here, can you visualize the entire Kuwait? We cannot. So, but Arjuna could see the entire universe, and not only this universe, he was seeing the multiple universes being displayed by Krishna, and he could see there are different planets made of earth, made of jewels, made of various things, and so it was absolutely countless. Arjuna was in a complete awe when he was seeing this, and this was a private communion, which means, again, for the repetition, it was incomprehensible to others. Nobody else could even imagine what's going on between Krishna and Arjun. So these are the four aspects Srila Prabhupada has covered in his purport about this whole universal form being seen by Arjuna. Our acharyas have also mentioned about this in various platforms. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, I have read this in one of the lectures by some Vaishnava. It is mentioned by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur that Arjun saw the uncountable universes not at all once, but in different parts of Krishna's body. So it is all these universes are not in one part of the Krishna's body, but they were all spread all across the body of Krishna, in his pores, in his belly, limbs, everywhere. The term Anekadha indicates vast variety. Some universes of earth, some of gold, some of gems. Sizes ranged from 50 yojanas to millions of yojanas across. So this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentioning in the Saratha Darshini Tika, and this is the mention about various types of universes which we just now saw. The universe is made of gems and gold and various jewels and etc. Similarly, Baldev Vidyabhushan also notes that the celestial beings, demigods, sages, Gandharvas were all granted divine sight. So this is a new information that we get, that even the sages, Gandharvas were also granted the divine sight to witness the Vishwarupa. This ensured multiple witnesses across planets of reality. Nobody from the battlefield though. Battlefield only Krishna and Arjuna and Sanjay would see this. This ensured multiple witnesses across planes of reality, establishing the event as cosmic truth. So, how did Krishna prepare the background for this Vishwarup Darshan sighting? We can see. First, he spoke about in chapter 9. He spoke about the aspect of I am in everybody, but nobody is in me. So that's the aspect he established first, that all beings are in me, but I am not in them. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadam vyaktavyam murtina. Matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshva vasita. I am in everybody, but nobody is into me. Then in the 10th chapter, he spoke about his own single fraction, ekansha. Only one fraction he can create the entire universe. So he is preparing Arjuna for seeing the universal form, and then the entire 10th chapter he is actually explaining to Arjuna how he should prepare his mind, and finally in the 11th chapter he is giving him the divine vision to see that universal form. So he is preparing Arjuna for this display of the universal form. And what is the significance of this universal form? Basically, it shows the supreme position of the lordship of Krishna. It confirms that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So he is the only one, and he is the creator of everything. So that's what is being trying to display there, and that is what being explained to us, that it is him, and we are all are creations of Krishna, whether chara or achara, whether we are the जीव है, सजीव है या अजीव है, we are all his creation. Illustrates one and many. So it basically illustrates us the Achintya Bheda Bhed. He is one also and he is many also. So it is a concept which is inconceivable for us. How can a one be so many? So that's a concept which is being explained by through the universal form, and he is the originator of everything, but still he is totally aloof. He is totally independent of all this creation of his. It also talks about, as a devotee, it also talks about Aishwarya versus Madhurya. So we should, this display looks like the display of Krishna's opulence, but we have to not get carried away with the opulence of Krishna, because his Madhurya, the Krishna Prem, is higher, better, always on the higher pedestal than his opulence. So opulence only will lead us to the love of Krishna, but Madhurya remains always the higher in the terms of the objective of any devotee. And this is an eternal testament. Again, we spoke about this in earlier shlokas. Many other speakers also spoke about this. This is basically to have a deterrent to the impostors who claim themselves to be gods. So this is this is one of the tests that they have to pass, they have to go through if they want to claim that they are gods, and which is impossible for them. So we'll see then who is qualified to see this universal form, and how we can progress towards getting qualified. Forget getting qualified is a very different and difficult thing, but at least we should know how to what leads us to that place. It is like we know of a marathon, for example. There are some winners of the marathon, but we can at least aim to take part in the marathon, not win the marathon. The pure devotees have won these marathons, but we can at least dream of joining that particular race. So who is qualified? So basically the pure devotee of Krishna is, they are only qualified to see this universal form, or see Krishna, not only the universal form, but to see Krishna. Everybody cannot see Krishna, and those who are not pure, even if they see Krishna, they will not recognize him. So only pure devotees who are completely surrendered to Krishna can see Krishna, and for that also the qualification is they should have the Ananya Bhakti. Ananya means which is totally one focused, one point focus. Anya, so you should not be divided. Unalloyed is the right word. Srila Prabhupada uses many places. So it is an unalloyed devotional service. Only these bhaktas, and who are the examples? We can see Arjuna is one example. Then we have Uddhava, who is another example. We have two examples in one frame here. We have Narad Muni, and we have Prahlad Maharaj, and obviously we have Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So these are some if we cannot cover all, but these are some examples which are of pure devotees and who have been given special darshan by Krishna in various forms, and so that is the objective we should think of, at least to enter into the realm of practicing Krishna consciousness. At least we can attempt to practice Krishna consciousness. We've seen these various universal forms in various scriptures. We've seen how Mother Yashoda saw the universal form when Krishna did the Martika Bhakshan Leela. Then we have seen Brahma is glorifying in Srimad Bhagavatam. So many unlimited universes passes through the pores of your body, and he says in that shloka that how fallen I am such a small jiva, and I'm limited in the material worlds, material universes, but so many such universes passes through your pores. Then we've seen in Mahabharata there is a reference of Krishna showing his universal form in the Duryodhana's court when Duryodhana is trying to arrest him, and that was a partially shown universal. It was basically a bigger form, not the universal form which was shown to Arjuna, but still it is a revelation by Krishna. And then we've seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showing his universal form to Advaita Acharya. This is also mentioned in the Chaitanya Bhagavatam. So how do we try to cultivate Krishna consciousness in us? We cannot be so pure as the examples that we saw. These are all blessed souls. We are, at least I can talk about myself. I am a fallen soul. I can only dream of starting to inculcate some Krishna consciousness in me. I remember in the last lecture, His Grace Namata Prabhu had given an example of a dog. So I was thinking that time, that our minds are like those dogs. Whenever the owner calls the dog, he was saying the dog doesn't go straight to the owner. He goes here and there and then he goes. So whenever we think that we have to go back to Krishna, Krishna is our master, so we start. Then we get into chanting, then our mind goes here and there, and then it is like a dog. It doesn't never go straight. If it starts going straight, we would all be going back to Krishna. So at least we should think that we are a dog. At least we'll keep reminding us ourselves that we have to go back to Krishna one day, and we have to stop our mind from wandering here and there. So how do we cultivate this Krishna consciousness? There are small things which have been told to us by our acharyas like Srila Prabhupada and many other. Our own spiritual masters keep telling us what to do. These are not the things which are very innovative. These are the things which we have seen, heard at least 100,000 times. But I am going to repeat them because that is what really will make a difference. I hope we can read this. So we have to first cultivate reverence. We have to understand that Krishna is he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have to get ourselves convinced, and then only we can start the journey. We should at least know who is our owner. When we are talking of the example of the dog knows the owner, so we should know who's our owner. Unless we know who's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and unless we know whom do we have to go back, unless we know that, we are not going anywhere. We are going to be here, and 84 lakh species and all that is going to continue. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi is never going to end. So we should cultivate that reverence that we belong to Krishna and He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That we have to first tell ourselves that unless we accept this, we are not going anywhere. Then what should we do? We read all these scriptures and then we understand these scriptures. We go back home after the class and then we forget. So we should start inculcating that practice to see Krishna in everything. And then only we can think of that word Ananya Bhak. Otherwise it is just they call it lip service. It is only service by words. We are not bringing anything in action. So this is all, the lip service will not help us. So we should start seeing Krishna in everything. And Krishna is explaining to us. In Bhagavad Gita, he is very clearly explained in the 10th chapter, in the 7th chapter, what is he. So he is saying, I am the sun in the planets, I am the moon in the stars, So he has told us everything. Then what stops us in believing that everything is Krishna, whether it is Chara or Achara, even this is Krishna. We should know when we are touching this, we are touching Krishna. This we have to inculcate in ourselves, and whenever we act, whenever we are reacting to any situation, whenever we are even doing our regular mundane activities, we should always keep thinking that we are actually serving Krishna in a way or the other. And when that happens, our journey probably would start. And we'll need Krishna's mercy for all this. And this mercy will come only from the devotional service that we start doing. We do some amount of kirtan, some bhajan, we do some reading, try to understand the greatness of Krishna. We try to inculcate the teachings of our spiritual master. We have their Vani, their Vapu, we try to serve them, and only by this we will get Krishna's mercy. Otherwise Krishna is not going to be merciful on us. So that we have to hanker, that Krishna has his mercy on us. Humility is another aspect, another very important characteristic of a devotee. If we don't have humility, we will be killed by our ego. Our ego is the last thing that leaves us. So we have to keep our ego in our control. And if we have the ego, humility will not come. They are like, step brothers. They will not stay together, never. So we have to make sure that we are very humble in all our dealings, whether it is material dealings or it is dealings with our our congregation, dealing with Vaishnavas, dealing with senior devotees, junior devotees. We have to develop that humility in us. One more very important aspect is the sadhu sangha. We have to always hanker for association of the devotees, because this association only nourishes our spirituality, nothing else. Because if you, I don't know about any one of you, but it happens with me. Whenever we are outside this hall, we start getting back to the material world. We start getting back to all those thoughts which are absolutely not Krishna conscious. They are not going to support any progress of our Krishna consciousness, and we get into all those mundane material things. So sadhu sangha, as much as possible, we have to keep, develop and hanker for. One more aspect is to follow our spiritual master's teachings, his instructions, because they are the ones who want you to get into Krishna consciousness more than you wanting yourself to get into Krishna consciousness. They are the one who are more concerned about your spiritual growth than we ourselves. So we have to follow their adesh, their instructions. In any which way, sometimes spiritual masters don't very clearly or personally instruct you, but they instruct us through their Vani, or through their actions, or through their, even sometimes through their look, they can instruct us. So we have to get those instructions and follow them to the core. And if we don't, then that is the biggest aparadh we are going to do, and that is going to derail our Krishna conscious journey. In case of Krishna, we just now spoke this universal form. Instead of the awe, we should look at it, look at Krishna with love. So universal form, obviously we've seen when Arjuna saw this universal form, he was totally astonished, he was totally bewildered. So that is not how we should be looking at Krishna. We should, and then at the end he says, I want to see your Dvibhuj form, I want to see you in the regular Shyam Sundar form. So that should be our thought always. It is good to know Krishna as the owner of everything. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. But we should hanker for love for Krishna and not get carried away by his opulences. These opulences should only lead us towards him, and that's the only thing. We should not get very bewildered. And all this only is possible only if we do the chanting, because in Kali Yuga we've seen Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nama eva kevalam, Kalo nasti, eva nasti, eva nasti, eva gatiranyathat. So that's the only thing. If we cannot do anything, we should not get disheartened. We should at least do our rounds properly. Whenever we get time, we should not limit ourselves to the number. Yes, Sankhya Purvak Naam is very important, but if we have time, why not do the 17th Mala? What is wrong? So being Sankhya Purvak is right, but sorry? More Sankhya. Why not? I remember when I got my Diksha, I had a Guru brother, so he said, okay, so how many malas you are going to do? Guru Maharaj told me 16. No, you should do 1 lakh. That is 64 malas. Why? Because your Guru Maharaj does 64 malas. He is Guru Maharaj. I cannot compete with him. So our Guru Maharaj used to do 64 malas every day. And he used to sometimes, because he became the president of the Math and all that, so he used to spend a lot of time in administrative things and that. So he would do it at night. He will do it until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3:30 again he will get up and he'll start his next day. So it should be Sankhya Purvak, but we don't have to limit ourselves to what we have committed to our spiritual master. So Naam is that is the highway with on which we can go back to Krishna. If that highway is there, then our mind will not be like a dog. It will not go here and there. It will go straight on the highway back to Krishna. So what is the meaning of this universal form? Do we have time, Prabhu? We have time. So the universal form is, you all know now, it is a material form. It is not a transcendental, not a spiritual form. It is a material display of Krishna's opulences. Arjuna was totally astonished when he saw and then he was not only astonished, he was fearful. He was afraid of what he was seeing, and he was seeing even the Kauravas getting into Krishna's mouth. He was seeing everybody he was talking about was getting into and getting killed and getting into Krishna's mouth, and he was totally bewildered, afraid. And then he came back to Krishna saying, please show me the two-armed form, show me your Dvibhuja form. I understood what you are, so please. This is actually an ultimate truth. This cosmic form is like this was like a visiting card. This is not Krishna, this is Krishna's visiting card. The universal form is like a zip file, everything in one file, and you open it and take it. It is just an introduction to what Krishna is, and that is not to be taken as the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is love for Krishna. That is the ultimate truth. So all in all, Krishna is the Sarva Vishwam. So he is the entire universe is him. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this is what Arjuna, through his experience, he tells us what is Krishna and how should we approach him. He is the Vishwa himself. He is the Vishwaroop. So he is what? He is the Bija Pradap Pita, right? So he is the originator of everything. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. We've seen, all the universes coming out of his pores, and he is the originator of everything. And again, I'm just repeating, we have to not get awed by this. This is very technical, very highly spiritual, but we have to just think of Krishna as a two-armed Shyam Sundar form, and we should only hanker for love for that form, which is the best thing for a devotee to follow. And there are some statements I just was going through, especially for the universal form. Some statements by our acharyas and by some senior Vaishnavas. His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has mentioned in the purport of Brahma Samhita, the eye tinged with the salve of love sees Krishna. So who can see the universal form? Who can see Krishna? Somebody Premanjana Churita. So he can only see such a person can only see Krishna and his various forms. Nobody else can see. Then His Holiness Bhakticharya Swami Maharaj, in one of his lectures, he said the universe exists within a person, not an impersonal force. So this refers to the universe that was seen in the person of Krishna by Arjuna, and not an impersonal force. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he has mentioned the cosmic vision humbles the ego and prepares the heart for surrender. So this vision of universal form is not to get awed. I am repeating, sorry, but it is not to get awed or flabbergasted. Oh, this is Krishna. No, this should humble us, that we should hanker for a personality like this who has all the universes inside him, and this should actually kill our ego of being the proprietor, of being the the owner of things that we think ourselves are. So it should, so rightly said, it should humble our ego and humble it should prepare our heart for surrender. So because such a personality, he is a supreme personality, so there is no way we cannot surrender to him. So that should be the teaching that we should get. I saw in one of the lectures by His Grace Chaitanya Charandas, he's saying seeing Krishna at the center reorients the soul and dissolves confusion. So seeing Krishna at the center of the entire universe will actually dissolve all our confusions. If we have confusion whether Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by reading this chapter, we should, those confusions should get dissolved totally. Then Gaurang Das, I heard one of his lectures, Krishna turns philosophy into vision. Chapter 10 becomes the visible in 11.13, he says. So the entire 10th chapter is theory, and the 11th chapter is the representation, the graphical representation of the chapter 10. Probably if we have time, I'll just quickly run through. There is a mention of Virat Roop in Srimad Bhagavatam in the second canto, first chapter. In some shlokas, it shows Krishna's body is the entire universe. So it will explain what is what, basically. So if time permits, I'll just run through it. Prabhu, it's okay. So is it readable? So his limbs are various lokas, lower realms. So that day, Prabhuji, you were talking about Patal Lokas. There are 7 Patal Lokas. So those are his lower limbs. So it says, Patala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala. So what are these? Soles, toes of Krishna, ankles of Krishna, shanks of Krishna, knees, thighs. So these are all the Patal Lokas of Krishna. Then Mahitala forms his hips, while outer space creates a sacred depression of his navel, the birthplace of creation. So from the navel the entire creation came, right? So that's the birthplace of the entire creation. Celestial heights, luminary planets, radiate from his chest. Maharloka graces his neck. Janaloka opens as his mouth. Tapaloka illuminates his forehead. So these are all transcendental lokas, the higher planets. And Satyaloka crowns him, the 1,000-headed supreme manifesting infinite consciousness. Then the nature also is part of his body. It says the boundless ocean grids from his waist. His waist is the boundless ocean. His bones are mountains and hills. The veins are the rivers which flow. Trees are the hairs coming from his body. I thought this is a little different perspective of universal form, so I thought, why not share this? The invisible air flows as his breath. Clouds gather as his hair on his sacred head. And the relentless passage of time measured in yugas and kalpas manifest as his eternal movements. So Krishna's movements are actually time, the past, present and future. That is the movement of Krishna. Cosmic intelligence. So Vedic hymns are through the brain passages. Yamaraja stands as his teeth. Religion graces his chest. Irreligion is his back. So his chest is the religion, his back is the irreligion, dharma and adharma. Mahat Tattvas shines as consciousness. The moon illuminates his mind, the sun illuminates his eyes. So the ornaments of existence, horses, the life on the living entities are all his nails and his with strength. Quadrupeds circle his belt region. Birds soar as his artistic expression in flight. We've also seen the 4 varnas, the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So these are, his head, his chest and so on. Brahman is the face, Kshatriya are the arms, Vaishya are the thighs and Shudra are the feet. So this is a complete vision. If you see, when we see Krishna, we can see the entire cosmic manifestation which is displayed from his own body, and that is also a Virat Roop which is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and that is a different concept which I thought I should share with you. So the entire universal body, the entire cosmos manifests as Krishna's gigantic form. Planetary limbs or realms correspond to sacred anatomy. Demigods animate his transcendental perception. Natural features elements from his bodily components. So everything that is in existence has correlation with Krishna's supreme body, Krishna's divine body. Finally, I'll just finish this with one quote from Srila Prabhupada. By giving everything to the cause of the Lord, one does not lose anything, but he gains everything that he could never otherwise expect. So we should give everything to the Lord. That is one of the requirements to when we were seeing what is the how do we inculcate Krishna consciousness in ourselves. So this is one of the requirement that we should totally surrender to Krishna, and for surrendering we should give everything that we have to Krishna. That's it, and then we will totally depend on him. He will run our show. He will take care of us, and then he will that is the probably this is the pictorial representation of Ananya Bhakti, Ananya Bhak. So this is the prime important thing that we should inculcate in ourselves in order to surrender to Krishna. And finally, in this age of Kali Yuga, we should only chant Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I seek your apologies if I made any error, if I've gone wrong. I'm also learning in the process. I'm trying to understand the concepts myself by doing some research here and there, but if I have done any offense, please forgive me. I really do not find myself qualified to speak and to sit on this Vyasasana, which is graced by so many senior Vaishnavas, and I hope I can only do some justice to this Vyasasana. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions, I'm open. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, yes, I have a question. In such a detailed way, there's no scope for any question left.
As they say, our professor always used to say, Prabhu, that when there are no questions, either you understood fully or you have not understood anything. So I hope the first is the case.
Points you gave very nice.
Hare Krishna.
We have
Then
made
you can inquire, as Prabhuji said, they understood fully. So what is understanding that we can inquire?
No, I don't want to corner anybody, Prabhuji.
Anyone, no, not a single, anyone, they can raise their hand and they can.
So if anybody wants to share his realizations.
What I could see with a very wonderful slide, I can begin with that, what you were happy to share. The 10.8, which you mentioned, Prabhu, a very beautiful slide, that how Krishna, after that. Yes. The 10.8 was mentioned in between.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
Aham sarva sarva bhavata sarva sarva. So when Krishna
Yes,
is
sir.
saying that I am the source of everything, and here the word came anekta, it means Prabhavam anekta. So he was sitting in one place, and he could see that how Krishna is the source of everything. That's a very beautiful darshan was given to Arjuna. Imagine, to understand, not imagine. How maybe imagine, right? When Krishna is saying I am the source of everything. But here, Krishna is showing him. He is sitting at one place, and he could see that the entire Brahman is coming from him. Everything. Prabhupada says this is the vision of the Purusha avatar. That's why in the second canto of Bhagavatam, which was Bhuripat also, there is a Purusha Shukta was spoken there actually, when this Virat Rupa was described. The difference between this Virat Rupa and that Virat Rupa in Srimad Bhagavatam is a difference. Here it was revealed to Arjuna. But there, Shukdev Goswami Parishit Maharaj, when they are discussing, it was not revealed. So there is imagination. So there he is discussing based on the knowledge which was given by the Lordship. But it's a bottom-top approach where from here we are trying to understand the reality of that Supreme Lord. But here Lord himself showed that from up to down, bottom approach. So Krishna came and Krishna is showing that form. So the best part from our perspective. When Krishna showed that everything is here at one place, he is the source of everything. प्रभुपाद जी आपको कहते हैं कि एक ही स्थान पर जाने पर आपको सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. So we hear that verse mentioned in Bhagavatam that what is that? यथा तरोर मूल निषेचने. सब कुछ केवल भगवान जड़ के समान है और सब कुछ पत्तियों के समान. केवल भगवान कृष्ण को पसंद करने से हम सबको पसंद कर पाए. So this form actually what was shown to Arjuna, that can help us also understand that Krishna is the source of everything. So just by serving Krishna, you can please everyone, all demigods, whatever you think about it. सबको आप पसंद कर सकते हैं, पूरे ब्रह्मांड में सबको पसंद कर सकते हैं, because that's what Krishna told him. So Arjuna could see that Krishna is standing in front of him, and entire thing is there in him. इसका मतलब अगर मैं केवल भगवान कृष्ण को पसंद करता हूँ, तो मैं पूरे ब्रह्मांड को सबको पसंद कर सकता हूँ. यहाँ से लेकर के आध्यात्मिक जगत, सारे देवतागण, सारे भगवान के विभिन्न अवतार, सब कुछ सबको पसंद कर पाऊंगा. That vision shown to Arjuna in this verse actually, what we saw. अनेक सब कुछ एक स्थान पर. Thank you Prabhu for this. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything rests on me, and now Krishna is showing.
Yes.
This becomes very, very potent for sadhaka. बहुत पसंद देता है हम सबको. केवल भगवान को पसंद करने से हम सबको पसंद कर सकते हैं. हमें कुछ और करने की आवश्यकता नहीं. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
You asked a question when your class was there. Why is that Ananya not coming? Prabhuji gave nice answers for it. Three important points that we can see. First of all, yes, last week what Prabhuji told about our mind is like a dog. I think this we have to recollect. And you nicely connected Prabhuji. We know who is our master. Instead of going straight to the master, we wander through it. That is the crux of the.
It was actually in my mind since last week that we cannot call ourselves devotee and all that. We are like dogs. We are not going straight back. Despite knowing, despite every week hearing all this, despite doing our regular sadhana, still our mind wanders so many places. We want so many other things. We want, I don't know, there is a long list that we want, but we don't want to go back. We just want some point in time, whenever we are here in the class, whenever we are in the sadhu sangha, we want to go back. But once we are away from the sangha, the mind is, all lost somewhere, totally lost. At least it happens to me, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, thank you for sharing that. Also, Prabhuji, you included the Acharya's statements. This is a very nice, important part that you have shared, Prabhuji, that we have promoted. Especially his divine grace, Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati to see the Lord. Not only the divine vision which is required, it is the Parimanjana.
Yes.
That is an important point. And also, Bhakti Charu Maharaj, that the universe exists within a person. It's not an impersonal force. These are some of the important points. The cosmic vision humbles the ego. Prepares the heart for prayer.
Also, one thought came to my mind, Prabhu. If we are qualitatively same like Krishna as a jiva, then whatever Krishna has, we also have. All those qualities. Krishna has it quantitatively on a bigger scale. So, if the entire universe is within us, then what stops us from going back, at least thinking of going back to the origin from where we came? But again, those clutches of Maya, the ego, and the proprietorship feeling, I am the doer feeling, all these feelings, we theoretically know that we have these feelings and we should be, throwing these feelings out, but they prop up. Over and again they prop up.
Yes, Prabhuji. I was reading the 8th canto recently, where Vaman, when he asked for the 3 steps, and Hari Maharaj tells promises that he gave, each step planned. Then in the conclusion, one of the Prabhupada says, what is that you have got or you have to renounce? There's nothing that is yours. Everything belongs to Krishna. That's what Prabhuji Maharaj's wife also is telling. You are offering your head also doesn't belong to you. So that understanding really comes in our renunciation. You have nothing to renounce also.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You really touched our hearts, Prabhuji. One thing what you mentioned about association. So as we leave this door, Maya is waiting for everyone.
So we'll lock the door today. Not allow people to go out.
We have to chain the dog, Prabhu. We have to chain the dog with a leash.
He left all the room. So lock the door.
So Prabhuji, one thought came that we are very fortunate to have this association, congregation, but we don't have it always. How we protect ourselves? So you wonderfully mentioned, you actually concluded this lecture by Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So I wanted to share that when we study Srila Prabhupada books, how many of us are reading Prabhupada books every day? Please raise your hands. कितने भक्त हैं जो रोज पढ़ रहे प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकें? हाथ खड़ा करिए. Thank you. माता जी, nobody is reading Prabhupada books. Okay. तो प्रभु जी की जो संख्या है वो है करीब 30%.
Mother, you don't raise the hand because you asked who's reading.
Studying.
Studying, then learn to.
माता जी, आप में से कौन स्टडी कर रहे हैं प्रभुपाद का बुक्स का? Who is studying प्रभुपाद बुक्स? Raise your hands. So 5% माता जी and 30% प्रभु जी. So when you mentioned प्रभु जी about association, we don't get this association always being with devotees. We have to go outside. We have to be in our offices. We have to go outside. So many places. Actually, I can share my realization. When we read Prabhupada books, Prabhupada gives us association. So what better we can get association? Prabhupada sometimes, if we are fortunate enough, we feel he is talking to me. Personal instructions he gives. For example, sometimes we have some question facing difficulties, it's there in Prabhupada purport. Our spiritual masters, when we hear them every day without fail, we get their association. And when we are getting associations of Prabhupada or spiritual masters, actually we are getting association of Krishna. We are serving Krishna by that way. So in terms of association, we have to read Prabhupada books, and this is book distribution marathon month, so Prashprakash Prabhuji will guide us more on this, but my personal request, this percentage is not good. In front of Krishna, in front of Prabhupada, we are only 25-30%, Prabhuji is 5%, Mataji is reading Prabhupada books. Prabhuji, we have to raise the score. We always want to raise book distribution score, We have to raise the score of Prabhupada book reading score also. What is the problem in reading Prabhupada books? I don't understand. हम सब ने कम से कम 10th class तक तो पढ़े ही हैं. कोई भी यहाँ पे 10th class से नीचे नहीं है. Everyone is studying till 10th class, and it's really lots of books in 10th standard. Somebody has done post-graduation, graduation, professional courses. कितनी books पढ़ी हमने अपने जिंदगी में? But Prabhupada की books, they are not reading. Just last one, Roji, I don't want to say more. If we distribute millions of books, but if we don't read, will it please Prabhupada? You think it will please him? He told his disciple, you read my books first and then Janma Sartha karo, करो बरोबर, फिर बाहर जाके आप कृपा बांटिए। नहीं तो इट्स जस्ट लाइक बिल्डिंग द स्कोर, 10 पुस्तक 20 पुस्तक 30 पुस्तक, बस वो अपना फॉल्स ईगो बढ़ाता है, यू आर बहुत बड़ा डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर। Sorry, I sometimes touch these points, but it's very important. We have to read Prabhupada books, and please bless me and pray that I can also read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams to all. Prabhuji, from last 2-3 class children learned something, or they prepared their notes, so they want to show on to all of us, so please bless them. Hare Krishna.